All right, hey guys, this is Brotosterone, and
And
with
this is
me,
aaroB.
yeah, I have aaroB with me, and we're doing our first SC2 review, uh, replay review.
The inaugural review yet.
Yep, inaugural review, and we're going to be doing a ZvT with Vylant and his opponent Jankum, but Jankum's not important. All right, so the first thing I want to point out is the Overlord scouting pattern. What do you like to do on this map, aaroB?
I like to send my overlord to the cliff here. Oh, I can't really ping. Okay, well, the cliff on the left side of the map at 9 o'clock. Or, yeah, 9 o'clock, and then I send him down to the airspace, like, just above the Terran base.
Okay.
Where it can't be shot, so...
Yep, that's exactly
That's
what I
just
like
what I
to do.
like to do. Because
Okay.
if you send it straight to the airspace, then they can send Marines and just kill it before it gets there, so I like to send it to the cliff first.
Yeah, that's the one thing I took note of the first time while watching through his replay, because he sends his overlords like right across the airspace, which is really dangerous. And
Yeah.
losing those overlords really early, if he wants to 2-rax, it's going to be really bad.
Yeah, it hurts you a lot right at the start.
Okay, so aaroB was talking about putting his first overlord right above this cliff right over here, and
Yeah.
and the second one would move down toward the bottom, right over here. And moving over to here would be good. Is there anywhere you like to put your third overlord?
I just keep it at home. I just like see if there's like hellions coming in from the back door, and that cavern, the bushes behind the natural. I
Okay.
like just keep my overlord up there.
Okay.
It's personal preference, so it varies.
Yeah.
So.
I actually like to put my third overlord right in the middle of that crevice in the center of the map. But, you know, that's personal preference.
Yeah, that's a good place to put it too. Just gotta make sure you get it there before Marines get to it. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a good plan. So we see the Terran opening up with barracks, then gas. Usually this is going to be a factory opener.
Okay.
And Zerg hatch first. I think it was a 15 hatch and a 15 pool. I could be slightly off, but yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what it was, I think. I think I wrote that down. Gas at this time is good. That's a 17 gas, so that's when I like to put down my pool when I have 15 hatch. So
Yep.
that's good.
And Vylant with a gas steal. That's always good to prevent fast cloak banshee.
Apparently, Max says that that doesn't really stall cloak banshees, but, you know, I don't know.
I think it stalls 2 cloak banshee, maybe 2
Definitely.
cloak banshee. Something. It's got to do something because everyone does it.
A little late
That's
on the
it.
drone transfer. Could have been a little
Yeah.
earlier, but that's okay.
I think I like to transfer about 5 drones.
Yeah, that's a small
sort of-
transfer. 5 drones is a good amount of number to
Yeah.
transfer.
Uh,
So at this time, he has his 2 Zerglings right in the middle of his base.
yeah, this could definitely be out on the field doing something, being more active.
Yep, I like how he pulls off his drones off the gas to
Yeah, that's good.
get money. But yeah, those Zerglings really should be at the Zolnaga towers or at the bottom of his ramp, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, second queen is started, and let's see what he uses it for tumor or inject.
Inject.
I like to use my first 25 energy on both my queens for tumors
Okay.
because you can't really use the larva from injections at the start that early.
Yeah, definitely. You're gonna have so much larva from the 2 hatches, but not enough money yet. So throwing down 2 tumors is good.
So now we see the standard 4 Marine, 1 Hellion push coming from the Terran. Whenever you see a gas first, I mean a barracks gas opener, you can kind of expect this. So you should normally like have, I don't know, I like to have 1 spine up by now,
Okay.
just to kind of deter this or just like minimize the damage at least.
Okay. And look, he's supply block right now. Like we said earlier, throwing those overlords right in the middle of the map like that, it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
You don't wanna
it
lose
has
that.
a huge impact. Yeah, and you see he lost a drone there. That could have been prevented, but it's not a huge deal. But little things add up.
And, you know, if he did have those Zerglings at the bottom of the ramp or at the Zolnaga towers, he would have saw this a lot earlier.
Hmm. He does a good job of minimizing the damage.
Yeah,
Given that,
yeah, he barely lost anything. That's good.
yeah.
All right, getting his second queen out. That's good. You want to use that to spread creep soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Third queen is pretty important in third base turn. It's got to help those Banelings get the Marines.
All right, so he's moving out with his rings now. He needs to find out what the Terran is doing.
Yeah.
All right, he sees no expansion. What are you thinking at this point, aaroB?
I
If
think
you're
he kind
Vylant.
of, I think he kind of overmade Lings. Maybe like after seeing that push, he kind of, I think he went a little bit overboard. He could have just made like a lot of those. I don't know how many Lings that 12 Lings that could have been like 6 more drones.
Yeah, true.
Because he can't really do much damage when the turn is walled off unless you want to do a Baneling bust. But it doesn't look like that's what he was trying to do. I think he should just droned up a little bit harder.
Oh, by the way, I'm looking from Vylant's view. By the way,
Okay, yeah, I'm doing the same too now.
okay. All right, so we see him going Marine tank because he moved up the ramp and saw the tech lab and some tanks and a factory with or a barracks with a reactor, and he threw down a baneling nest.
I think that's a decent idea, but you should like once you see the tanks moving out and kind of securing the bottom of that ramp, you can kind of tell that it's going to be an expansion going down. So you should just be droning up really hard and probably getting a spire and getting Baneling speed up.
Yeah, right now he's getting a lot of lings. Really should be droning.
Yeah, you should definitely be droning.
Yeah, or even taking the third base too.
Yeah, you should definitely, because that third hatchery should, you just put down a third hatchery. That could easily be an expansion hatchery.
Mm-hmm.
And you should just be macroing hard and anticipating a push probably in the next 3 to 4 minutes, I think.
Yeah, and these Zerglings are chilling at his base. They really should be scouting around the map.
Yeah, you should definitely have both towers.
Both towers, definitely. Zerglings outside each one of the openings at the Terran base.
Yeah. And he could be spreading these overlords at his base too, just keeping them at the edge of his own main, so you can see any incoming drops, catch them a few seconds earlier too.
Right, I agree with that. He's doing a really good job spreading the creep, though. I'm impressed with that.
Yeah. But he should definitely have a third base by now, especially when you see a Terran. Well, he should have seen that tank at the bottom of the ramp when he had those lings at his base.
Mm-hmm.
So he should kind of know that the Terran has his natural by now, or he should at least be scouting that by now.
Yeah, and at least make sure that he is taking that natural instead of just like building up a huge one-base army or something.
He's had this overlord above the cliff outside the Terran base for a long time.
Okay.
You could even send that in because he could, to make sure he's not being too ported or some crazy shit. So he should. Yeah, I think you should have sent that in by now. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, he's still making lots of Zerglings.
Yeah, I think like this 3 hatch off 2 bases is good if you want to do like a 2 base all in. But it's kind of late for that because Terran is going to have probably a good amount of tanks by now. So if you wanted to do like a high eco Baneling Ling aggression, it's probably not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Once the Terran reaches that kind of critical mass of tanks.
Okay, so the Terran is coming out with a few Marines taking the towers. Really should be punishing those Marines with all those Zerglings he has.
Yeah.
And again, making a third base. The third base is already really late, but still hasn't taken it yet.
You always want to be 1 base up as Zerg, so that third base is it's probably going to hurt. Not having the third base is definitely going to hurt right now.
But I do gotta say, he's playing pretty well. The creep spread is very nice.
Yeah, he's got the 2 double evos going. That's really nice to see also.
Yep, he's got +1/+1 alright, that's good.
That's great. Just got to make sure he keeps up with that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Terran Marine upgrades are so strong, so if you fall behind, you're going to feel it.
All right, he's finally just taking his third base now. In ZvT and ZvP, I usually like to take my third base around 9 minutes.
Yeah.
That's usually
Well,
when I take my third base.
Yeah, especially ZvP, but ZvT it can be hard if they do like a
Yeah, that is true.
push. But yeah, it varies. I think 14 minutes though is definitely late, especially when you see the Terran. Well, you should have seen the Terran find out take that expo, so you should know that Terran's not going to be pushing out for at least a couple minutes. So
Okay.
you should feel safe taking that pick.
Strong creep spread, bro.
Yeah. And you should have this other watchtower too.
Yeah, the watchtowers. You should have them.
Always. His spire it's done. He's finished his spire.
Okay, all right, and
He's
he's got his
muta.
first set of mutas out. Right when these mutas pop out, you really should be taking them to the base, scouting it out, harassing where you can. It's waiting a little too long.
Yeah, and his queen energy's a little bit high, I'd say. Just gotta try and just stay on top of those injects. It just takes a lot of practice, but it's
Yeah.
always something to work on.
Over here, and his money's getting kind of high too.
Yeah.
Should be expanding a lot more than what he's doing right now.
He could even
also.
double expand right now. It doesn't matter if he loses the hatchery, he's got so much money. So good job taking out these Marines.
Yeah.
He should just always leave a Ling at that watchtower though, especially if he's right there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, yeah,
And
and
yeah, he's,
go ahead.
sorry, just go ahead. I was just gonna say he should take out these rocks if he's just got his Lings sitting around. Just take out the gold rocks, take out the rocks to his third
Okay.
on the left. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also wanted to say that his mutalisks are still not doing anything.
Yeah. He could definitely be getting a lot of scouting in the
Yeah.
main.
That's one thing I wanted to
That's-
emphasize. You didn't really even scout that he had his natural yet. You really should be looking around, seeing his army composition. You don't know if he's going mass Thor or anything.
Yeah.
It's been about maybe 10 minutes since you've actually seen his army. All you've seen are a
Yeah.
few Marines, you know. And mass Thor versus Muta isn't very good. So,
Yeah, it's pretty bad actually. So
yeah. At this point, you have no idea, except for you just saw those Marines. So now you have an
yeah,
idea, but still.
So his third went up probably like 2 minutes ago now, but there's only 9 drones there, so the saturation could be a lot better. And his queen's just kind of chilling there.
All right, he's coming in for an attack now.
All right.
All right. Hotkeys. You need to hotkey your shit, man. That's okay, though.
He's got the right idea with the Zerglings trying to flank the
Right.
Marines and Banelings. But it's always good to have Zerglings on one hotkey, Banelings on the other.
And
could have
he
even
killed.
just
Go ahead.
he killed a good amount of Marines, but
Yeah.
he could have just pulled back and just clicked that planetary fortress, because if you keep the Terran on 2 base, it really hurts them. And if you just macro up, I think it puts you in a really good position to take the game.
And when he took out all those Marines there, I think there were like only a few Marines left and just a bunch of tanks. I think if he had his mutas there, he could have ended the game right there, to be honest.
Yeah. That was definitely a prime opportunity.
Yeah, he just attacked with like half of his forces, basically. He had a bajillion Banelings at his base.
Yeah. And he's got a whole bunch of links just sitting at home. Like, right now he could just morph a whole bunch of Banelings and just click the planetary. I think that would be a good idea, because like I said earlier, if you keep the Terran on 2 base and you're on 3 and your saturation is good, you can pretty much starve them to death. And that's a good way to just end the game.
All right, coming in and taking out the tanks. That's actually a really good trade.
Yeah, definitely.
Losing all
Keeping
those
the
links
tank-
to all those tanks, it's really good.
Yeah, keeping the tank count down, Terran is very important, because if they push out with 7 tanks,
Yeah,
and
you're
have
pretty much
good,
fucked. If
if they have good Marine spread, your Banelings won't do anything at all. So yeah, you need to keep the tank count as low as possible.
And this aggression's okay right now. I like it, but
Yeah.
expand again. You know, he's got a lot of money.
His third saturation is still not very good at all. He should probably double expand or something, because he has the money to do it.
Right.
And the longer the game goes, when it's 3 base versus 3 base right now, and that's just horrible for Zerg.